Oracle, and welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, what's the deal? And if you guys are old, what that shit do, alright? Keep in mind that these messages are general, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Catch me in the next one, and hopefully it sticks, okay? So, collective, when it comes to this message, okay, I had instantly got this download, alright? Because I get it. When we are held a mirror up to ourselves, or something for us to look at within ourselves as far as taking accountability for our actions, however it is that we perceive ourselves, or however it is that we have allowed other people to enable us, or the ways in which our upbringings are, all play a part as far as accountability. It's like somebody who just lets their kid just be bad, but you keep rewarding them and stuff like that. So they grew up in environments where like they feel like they could treat people a certain type of way, and they're never going to be penalized for it, or nothing's ever going to happen to them, or you just need to accept them back, or what it goes so deep. So I feel like y'all have really been placing yourselves in positions to where it has been causing people to have to take accountability as to why you are doing this, why you are choosing to move the way in which you are moving, why you are choosing to address or say certain things that you feel like you need to say or address, and why does it feel as though like it has to lead to something combative, right? So while it says, I have researched as far as accountability, right? It says, while accountability is generally viewed positively, because I had looked up the side effects of accountability. Okay, somebody can take medication. Shoot, I don't know. Like maybe it could be, the medication that somebody could be taking that is causing someone to react in a certain type of way. That can resonate for whoever that is for, okay? But it says, while accountability is generally viewed positively and fosters growth and trust, there are potential side effects or downsides to taking it on, right? Particularly in environments with an overemphasis on it, okay? So these can be people that, again, grew up in those environments where, maybe they had parents where they always had to take accountability of things, but in order to get that relayed, maybe it was the manner in which they did it. It was always arguing or chaos or conflict in order to get that sense of accountability out there or to someone. So when someone is addressed, because it said emotional burden, it causes like an emotional burden on someone as far as like whatever it is that they went through, their upbringings, that causes them to feel a certain type of way when certain things are brought to their attention, as far as like maybe whatever it is that they have done wrong. All right, it says taking responsibility for actions, especially mistakes, can be emotionally taxing and lead to feelings of guilt and regret. All right, somebody can have a situation here where like there's a sense of perfectionism here. Okay, and so when someone grows up in those type of environments, maybe like, everything matters. Just the way in which you uphold yourself, being a stand-up person, a stand-up woman, a stand-up guy, having a sense of etiquette or things like that. Because those type of things is going to carry you throughout life. The way in which you hold yourself, the way in which you talk to people, the way in which there's a time and place for everything, right? So when people are not used to operating or being in certain type of environments and relationships and certain type of friendships, coming across a certain type of family member, like you get introduced, to certain type of ways in which you may not have always held yourself accountable for. And that's okay. But sometimes that draws up an emotion into some people, because with perfection said a focus on accountability might trigger perfectionist tendencies and excessive self-criticism, hindering progress. Okay. So this is somebody who, they have the good, I feel like they have the good intentions of like wanting to do something right. But again, oh man. Their right does not mean that it's going to be everybody else's right. Or again, however it is that they were used to growing up is not the same way in which everybody else was. Okay. So let's see, where y'all at when it comes to y'all soul journey? Like when it comes to y'all path, like where y'all at with it? Let me see. Where y'all at with it? Ooh, discipline. Okay. It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. All right. So you have a sense of structure. You have a sense of a routine going for you. And I feel like that has a lot to do with accountability too. You know what I'm saying? If you got certain type of goals in which that you're trying to achieve and obtain, you're going to have to hold yourself up to a certain type of standard in order to get there, right? So that comes with being like, all right, shit, I got all this shit that I need to take care of. How can I fit this into the week? How can I make this work? You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship, all right, how can I make time for my partner? How can I make time for my business? How can I make time to make sure that like the regular necessities is taken care of, the clothes is folded, shit is washed, the house is clean? You know what I'm saying? Like, the car is in good shape and shit like that. Structure. Okay? So we got pride. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Okay? And I feel like with you, it's like when it comes to the people that may not take accountability as far as like maybe why they don't apply a certain type of discipline within their life to get to where they're trying to go, you see those parts of yourself within other people that may be in that space, and remember the times in which you was probably there. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all on our own soul journey individually. Yeah, you may have a lot of people around you and this, that, and the third, but you are experiencing life on an individual basis. And that's based off of your upbringings, the things that you went through, the things that you experienced, the environments that you found yourself in. We all in this world, but we all experience life differently. So this could be somebody that's like, oh, everybody is doing this, or everybody, that's how everybody, this is it, the majority. It's like, no, but what is it about you though? You know, it's like somebody could be in the energy of like always wanting to deflect onto like other people to take it off of them. The pride, right? Again, it's like a sense of not being able to admit that you have made some type of mistake, right? Because what did it say when it came to emotional burden? It says taking responsibility for actions, especially mistakes. Okay, it can be emotionally taxing and lead to a feeling of guilt and regret. So these are people that I feel like just merely do not know how to express when they regret doing something that they did. Okay, but I feel like a lot of the times with those type of people, I feel like they know exactly whatever it is that they're doing. They just wanted to do it, whatever it is that made them feel comfortable doing it their way. And that's not how you have to go about things. You know, you have to be considerate of other people. All right, so we got health here. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay? Because even thinking of medication, I feel like with whoever it is that is taking medication, there's a lot of things that you can do to nurture your soul, your vessel, your spirit, to where you may not even have to take whatever it is that you are taking. You know what I'm saying? Depending on whatever that is, all right? Because I ain't no doctor. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of exercises, especially when it comes to mentally, even physically. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the health concerns as far as medication that we take can be eliminated by just moving around, walking, getting some fresh air, getting some vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of natural ways. Even when you just think of back in the day before all this pharmaceutical shit came about, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of natural remedies. Some of you guys can be getting into herbal products. You know, a lot of natural products. I feel like, and I hate to say this, but I mean, I did run across an interview of what's her name, Dream Doll, I think, or something, when she was speaking on how like she wish she can like take her, you know, like BBL out or her boobs out or whatever the case is, right? Because it was trending, you know, and I was just like, dang, that's crazy how natural is a trend. Like you you know, you just being your true authentic self, loving the skin that you in, that God gave you, or whatever the case is a trend. Like, wow. Okay, but listen, judgment. There ain't no judgment here because again, we never know the environments in which people grew up in to have made them feel as though they needed to change themselves in ways to make them acceptable to the eye of other people. Because it's surface level, right? When it comes to stuff like that, you can't cosmetically fix your soul, your character. You know, there's no doctor that can come in and clip away the hate around your heart. No. So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what people went through that made them feel as though they had to operate in that way, right? Because it's like, you know, that kind of jeopardizes your health here. You know, maybe somebody went through mental abuse, you know, when it comes to being around people that you may feel as though look at you and make you feel as though you need to look like this, think like this, move like this, and whatever that is not your people. Because it's like, if you loved me, you cared about me for who I am and what I stand for, or whatever it is, then why would you want to change me? But that sense of accountability will admit the fact that there are some parts of you that some people wish like they can take away from you. All right? Because with judgment in the reverse too, what does it say? It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Exactly. We are all on this thing called life, but we all experience it differently. Everybody has their own different path. Everybody has their own different path. And I feel like with pride here, you're not afraid to admit the fact of however your path pans out in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like, it's a healthy way for you to find grace in the good and the bad. All right. So let's see what's going on as far as the situation with whoever this person is. Collective, I feel like you looking good. Like maybe with your health, however it is, maybe you've been working out, you've been eating better, you've been drinking better, your skin is glowing. Like judgment here, can't nobody really say anything about you because like, especially when it comes to the type of person that you are. With discipline, it shows that you are somebody that shows up. You know what I'm saying? You show up for the cause. No matter how hard it is, no matter how easy it is, you're going to show up. But it's crazy because like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people just will, you know, just never admit that. It's a lot of pride and ego when it comes to you. Okay, so let's see. What's the situation here? Hey, the real Ashley Essie. Hey, Goofy. Hey, Olivia. Let's see. What's the situation? All right, so separation. It says sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. Okay. So I feel like you could have definitely been around some people or a person in specific that did not know how to take accountability. And like with them having this certain type of energy, you know, I don't know why I just feel like this person puts themselves in situations that it just did not have to be in. You know, like they end up being sad and feeling bitter about the situation, but it's like you had to not have taken accountability about something as to why it's causing people to want to separate themselves. Because what does it say? It can it's stirring up a lot of emotions within someone. Instead of looking at their actions and why it's causing these separations, they're looking at it at a sense as like avoidant, trying like to avoid the main situation, the main thing. Cupid's arrow says, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. Okay. When it comes to the love department, though, I do feel like you're gonna find somebody. The more you separate yourself from people who like, because the road that you're on, collective, you're focusing on your health in all aspects, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and you have a routine going for you. Okay, you're not in this energy. Like you really do take pride in the changes that you have made. And again, you're not judging nobody else, but you know what you had to do in order to get you in a place in which you was trying to accomplish for yourself. And with that, it may have came with having to separate yourself from people, places, and things, especially love. It's like, I remember I be seeing these reels, and he asked the dude, he was like, can you date somebody who don't go to the gym? And he was like, absolutely not. He was like, you're not about to be mad at me because I'm going to the gym at 5 a.m. or something like that. Or, you know, the way in which somebody operates, it tends to rub off in the ways in which you operate. You know, so it's the person that you with, you know, especially on that type of level of a relationship. It's different when it's friendship. You can't dictate the shit that your friends eat and shit like that, or the ways in which they are, you know. But I mean, you can, as far as hold yourself to a certain type of caliber to spend your time with people that are on the same shit that you are on. So because people are not trying to better themselves in those type of aspects, I do see that you are separating yourself. And you about to find a love interest that's also on the same type of tip that you on too. Somebody may like invite you somewhere. I don't know. Maybe y'all may go to like a fucking juice bar or something. I don't know. Like, is somebody wanna? And I feel like you down for it. Okay, I'm hearing Brandy song. I wanna be down for what you're going through. I want to be down. And I say that because judgment is in the reverse, right? So you open to things. You're a very open-minded type of person. So you're like, okay, shit. All right, let's try it. Let's go. So let's see. What else is going on with this separation? I feel like you had to separate yourself from maybe a past lover in order for this new lover to come in. Okay, they had a lot of pride and ego, that past lover. All right, backstabbing energy. It probably didn't end too well with them. Okay, I feel like you gave this person more than enough times to show you that they didn't mind hurting you. Okay, heartbreak and pain, separation again, and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. It's like you would have probably never knew that you would have expected this from someone. Okay, maybe with discipline, it speaks of like a routine, right? So maybe I don't know, y'all could have caught somebody somewhere with somebody else. Okay, for some of y'all, and that's what you needed to see in order to move on, to accept some new love to come in. You never know, you never know the ways in which Big G will really have to show you something in order for you to be completely done with it. All right. So let's see what's up. What else is up with this situation? Wedding rings. This can be in a marriage, Okay, I also get that it is somebody else, whoever this new person is, they are looking to settle down, collective. It says union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. Okay, if this is the same person, maybe it's kind of like maybe you guys met, right? You guys could be like polar opposites. The runner, yeah. This is somebody that knows, like, they would have to better they would have to kind of match your energy as far as the things that you do. If you work out, or if you work on yourself emotionally, you got goals and dreams, so you working on yourself financially, all of that. Like, you got something for yourself, collective. Like, you are definitely marriage material. You have a certain type of structure about yourself that shows that, like, you know how to adult. You know, and you're not just out here judging the next motherfucker on the ways in which they may lack in knowing how to adult. But I feel like this could definitely have scared someone. Okay, it says fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. This person has never met somebody like you. But I feel like this person be hurting their own self, because it's like, I don't know, they're used to being the person that is like that provider type of energy. You know, the person that brings the structure, that brings the stability, or this person may have felt as though like they were kind of out of your league as to why they ran. Okay, but they didn't know like you was interested. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be a Sagittarius. I see this arrow. You done penetrated somebody's heart space. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have penetrated somebody's heart space. But I feel like you definitely have a clear understanding of separating yourself from people that had bad intent, like didn't have a sense of integrity. When you think of integrity, you're the same way that you are here, there, and here, and you got morals and you got standards. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be one way this way and then this way with another person, or this, that. But I feel like you dealt with people that were like that. As soon as you turned your back, they did something to stab you in it. And I feel like these things could have definitely came to surface as to why you separated yourself. But it's so crazy because I feel like those very same type of people will not take accountability as far as the way in which they hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's given like the principle can be so small, the problem can be so small, but the principle can be so big. The principle shows a lot about how you choose to move, your sense of the character that you have. Okay, it says healing heartbreak, toxicity and addictions, abusive relationship. Okay, yeah, it's like you can't heal in the same place that people hurt you in, because even if it's a friendship, love, or something like that, you know, without, it sounds good, but no action put behind it, you know, it just really, it just makes it hard for you to really heal in the place in which these people hurt you in, or stick around. In the back of your mind, I feel like you're going to always think about the ways in which this person folded on you. The ways in which they had every chance, every choice to not fuck you over and chose to do so. Had every chance to not act weird or move weird with you, and they chose to do so. So I feel like you're healing from those certain type of people. So you're not really, you know, too quick to just let anybody in. Because, ooh, yeah, karmic relationship. You You trigger people in ways in which had nothing to do with you, collective. The way in which you have a certain type of structure about yourself and your life, and you do this without judgment, it's like it will almost make these people feel better at the fact that they have something to pin the way in which you make them feel by you actually acting in ways as far as judging them, by not being in the space that you're in. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It will make them feel better because they'll be like, see, look, collective said this and collective said that. But you're not saying that. It's like you're showing people with discipline, you can get to wherever it is that you're trying to go. You got to put your pride aside sometimes and put yourselves in positions to win, because it's always going to be people that's going to have some shit to say. And at the end of the day, you are the only person that can hold yourself accountable as far as the places that you could have been had you did X, Y, Z. Because some of these people in your environment, they wasn't good for your health all across the board. The ways in which they carried themselves has a tendency of spilling onto you. Because that's what they used to. Okay, resentments and triggers, perception, intensity, and letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. It's like, yeah, no. These are people that are seeing the fact that, like, you are, again, acquiring some type of discipline for yourself. You're changing the motive. You're changing the storyline. You're changing the bloodline. And it's almost as if, like, somebody here resents you for being able to be the one to do that. Instead of healing the type of abusive relationships that they were used to, whether it be in love, friendships, relationships, their own parents, family. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at those relationships and being like, wow, this is becoming a repeated thing. Let me adjust myself. Let me look at the situation and see, why is it making me feel away? Because somebody here is choosing to separate themselves from the energy I'm bringing. What am I doing? It's not always just the other fucking person. It's some things that somebody has to deal with internally as to why they don't know how to do it the what? Healthy way. To where it's not raising motherfuckers' blood pressure up, causing them to feel anxiety, causing them to be upset, disrupt their nervous system. Like, nobody's judging you. We just trying to make, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, y'all, like, we just want you to take accountability. It's no judgment. No judgment zone here. With service in the reverse, it's not going to do you no service as far as trying to make somebody feel like they wrong. But let's be accountable as far as the actions at hand. I'm not trying to attack you because it does no good for me. That doesn't make me feel good. What does service say? I feel good when I can help others. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, purpose in the reverse. That's not your purpose. That's not what it is that you're trying to do. Because you know, with abundance in the reverse, that blocks your flow of things coming in. But if you can get somebody to understand something from a certain standpoint and you go about it in a certain type of way, you can't always expect for somebody to perceive it the way in which you're trying to help them perceive it. Because again, you know, sometimes it takes a certain type of person to tell them in order for them to get it. And sometimes they got to go through some things. They got to go through some losses. They got to feel some pain from missing out on some opportunities, people, places, and things for them to finally get it. But it's not your obligation to stick around and for them to do that. And I feel like that's why you started to separate yourself. That's why you started to separate yourself. I feel like you finding yourself connected, like, you never know the ways in which Big G is going to help you get out of growing up in environments like that or dealing with people like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's coming in a sense of like a partner, wedding ring and Cupid's arrow. You know, sometimes the person that you find as far as a love interest can make you see things or love you in a way in which your family or whatever can't. That makes you see, like, you know, you don't always have to go about something like that. Okay, yeah, look at that. Healthy choices. I know that's right. I know that's right. Passion, because they love you. So this is somebody, like, and I hope everybody gets to experience, because I know I have, and it really, it was so refreshing in the moment to really feel that somebody cared about me, to like not be in the midst of a disagreement, not attacking me, like really like talking and really like, you know, watching your tone, and you know, and it's also a blessing to have somebody that recognizes the fact that you are operating in that way. You know, just as much as it is the one that is that you know that a motherfucker can probably take it there and they're choosing not to. Because listen, people will separate themselves, cut you off or whatever. But when somebody really loves you and they care about you and they know how you are, they're not going to come at you in certain type of ways to ever disrespect you. Why? Because you have grown to a point. Well, I don't care if you did that shit last year, last week, last month, whatever. Once you get down to understanding making healthier choices are way better, and it creates so much of a more peace in your life. It helps shit regulate so much better when you, even with the shit that you eat, it makes everything smoother. There's a lot of people that's out here that's full of shit. Literally and figuratively. Okay, some of y'all can be eating more greens. But listen, it says self-love and self-care, being happier, love, and life. Okay, yeah, you definitely, y'all really do have somebody coming in that's going to help you really reverse however it is that somebody here was used to going about life. Like, insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. Okay, this can be somebody that could be teaching someone just to like live life on the brighter side, like, you know, do things that you are passionate about, that you love to do. You know, like, you really do inspire someone. I'm hearing that Janae Aiko song and Drake song, because I just heard a firework. Sparks will fly. And so it may seem like we're tired. It's been a little burnt out. We're very close. In time, sparks will fly. And it's baby, you deserve the whole enchilada. That's J. Cole, not Drake. The Gucci and Prada toast to the days when we didn't have a dollar. Collective. Okay, competition and enemy. The other woman, look over your shoulder. Okay, somebody feels as though like they may, from your past, all right, they may want to come back and make some sparks fly with y'all. Maybe they was like, the light was never out, it probably just dimmed a little bit, but like, we can bring back the chemistry, we can bring back this and bring back that. But with this, the snake energy is here. All right, I don't know if you can trust this type of person, collective, whatever it is that they're trying to promise you. Okay, because look at it, look like a pinky promise right there with that karmic relationship. So don't even fall for it. I don't care how much this person tries to flaunt their finances. Look at the ways in which somebody here is trying to get you back. Okay, Do they really want something long term? That comes with like shit, knowing your person, your partner, what they've been through. What's their relationship with their mom and their dad, their siblings? What situations have you been through that caused you to operate in the ways that you operate today? How do you view woman? How do you view man? You know? Ask them questions, collective, because ain't nobody got time to be wasting time. I'm hearing, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. She said, I got bronchitis. I didn't grab my shoes or nothing, Jesus. Okay. Somebody can have bronchitis. But again, I'm just hearing that it's a lot as far as like moving around. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's listen, I'm hearing slow motion is better than no motion. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be the Michael Phelps. You ain't got to be the Shakara. You ain't got to be all that. As long as you getting up and you moving your body, okay? Even if you just dancing, movement is significant here. Okay? That's probably why somebody here got all this stagnant energy in their root chakra. Because you ain't danced. I was looking at this one video on Instagram. It was like I was having the girl was, I think it said like I was having a bad day and my brother told me to dance it out. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to just like, I think it's like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but like Asian culture and stuff like that. I think I was looking at something, but she was talking like Buddhism is basically about like replenishing your energy, finding like that balance and harmony, like really getting in tune with your soul. Because you never know, like movement really could help like get rid of like stagnant energy in your body. You never know, like even when you just think of like lymphatic drainage, massages and things like that. Stress is a silent killer. So it's so important to get those massages. Don't feel guilty. Get those massages. Get your feet rubbed. Get your back rubbed on. Okay? For real. Being a licensed esthetician, I promote that. Hell yeah. Get that massage. It will make you feel so much less tense. When you got so much on your shoulders and you're going through this and you're going through that and you don't do anything to, what does it say, honor your own soul, your body is with you while you go through everything. So it's like, what are you doing to show it? Like, thank you. Thank you for being there with me when I experienced that and it made me feel like this. When I put us in this environment and we stayed longer than we should have. How are you thanking yourself? Fuck everybody else trying to thank you. How are you thanking yourself, collective? Okay. So what else? What's up with this snake energy? You got some people that just don't want you to heal. They always thinking of ways on how to come in on some shit. The runner. This is somebody you need to get away from. Okay, it says fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. I feel like this is somebody that's always looking for an opportunity to like snake someone, to bite them, to like to like really, biting hurts. So they can do this in any type of way. Either doing something to break your heart, to cause physical pain to you, I was just looking at this damn reel and this dude and this girl was throwing his fucking flat screen TVs from over the balcony. I was like, damn. May love like that never find me. That's like that Denzel that's like that Denzel clip where he was like, I gotta leave here with something. Hell no. Let the only thing a man leave with me is his dignity. Please. I mean, with himself is his dignity. Please, just take. Come on, listen. Yeah, no, that is not. That's very toxic. Okay, they gotta abuse you, and all of that on the way out. Hell no. And that's the type, like, when you get to knowing or seeing ways in which people are, and you don't want no parts of it. Listen, it's not your job to have them take accountability, but at the same time, it is your accountability when you do find somebody that you do want to settle down with, and they don't give you that energy of wanting to be toxic or leave here with something per se. It's understanding that at some point, you have acquired some sort of discipline here, as far as you taking the action towards separating yourself from those type of people, and it being shown to you that you are deserving of somebody who can give you what it is that you're looking for. So when you miss out on someone like that because you are so used to the toxic natures in which you endured, you gotta look at it and be like, damn, I allow what the fuck I've been through with these other past karmic ass people to help me. It's like, literally, you going based off of that, it helped you lose the person that you really could have settled down with, or somebody here really could have settled down with. Now, this person can want to be reaching out to you to, like, want to go out and have a coffee, or it says meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. Okay, so they want to probably reestablish a friendship or establish a friendship with you before it gets to something more serious. But I mean, with coffee cup in the reverse, I don't feel like you kind of up for that. You may realize, like, the routine that you got going on right now, based off of however long ago it was with that past person. Either you've grown from it, or like, they're just not on a certain type of tip or frequency that you own right now. Okay, yeah, coffin. You was like, yeah, put it in the coffin. I feel like you feel a lot better without this person's energy being around anyways. It says liberation, new beginnings, reborn and transition, tragic ending. Yeah, that backstabbing energy. It's like, hell no. If that person, if however things ended between you and them, if it ended in that way, ain't no way of trying to even digging that shit back up. Because you're going to always think about that shit, as far as like, yeah, damn, you chose to move real weird with me. And you didn't even care. The only reason why somebody here is sad and missing you and thinking about you is because, like, maybe they're encountering other type of people that is trying to give them the energy that they dismissed when it came to you, and they ain't finding it. It ain't that easy. It ain't that accessible, right? Yeah, dating, exactly. Date. It ain't you, collective. It says get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. So this can be somebody that, like, online dating. They can be on the dating apps, trying to meet up with people. Hell, I don't know. Maybe you met this person on a dating app. Okay. But not enough is in the reverse. I feel like you know who you are. So maybe you don't even resort yourself onto, like, being on dating apps anymore. I remember I was at one point, but I deleted that shit. I said, hell no. After I experienced the last person, I was like, yeah, hell no, because you can easily put what you want your name to be, how you want to perceive yourself, and you don't know if it's really true. You'll know it's true if you see the motherfuckers that you actually really know. You know what I'm saying? But, like, certain type of person that they want. You know what I'm saying? Whole time it's a whole karmic shit, or don't have a certain type of confidence about themselves, or resort as far as being a certain type of way, looking a certain type of way in order to build that or get that. Okay, they lie and end up self-sabotaging other situations because they pride and ego is too much in a way to really show or introduce themselves as their true, authentic selves. Like, Yeah. Mm-mm. I feel like you was like, yeah, I ain't even about to frustrate myself as far as like trying to decipher who's who. Whoever is for me is gonna find me when they find me, wherever I'm at, where I'm supposed to be at that right time, at that right place. I feel you, collective. I feel you. Ooh, abundance came out here, okay? I'm hearing imposter syndrome, collective. Collective, understand that because of the hard work that you have been doing, like really take accountability of the shit that you have been doing, the changes that you have been making to get these blessings. Even throughout everything that you went through, the people you had to separate yourself from, the people that backstabbed you, didn't care. Come on. It's the reason why you still being blessed, because you still thought positive towards the situation. It was like, okay, yeah, I had to separate myself from these people, but damn, look how much blessings came in once I had to separate myself from these people. Because listen, sometimes those blessings don't come in because of the people that you got around you, because of the job that you at, because of the lover that you're with, because of the way that you thinking. Come on. And so once you got to that point, I'm so proud of you, collective. Because once you got to that point of just having a sense of gratitude for life and just knowing, again, like I always say, L's come included. But the way we look at L's over here is lessons versus losses. It's just another thing that we can put under our belt to help us get to the next level in which we're trying to be at. Right? And listen, you're very deserving of this, collectors, like soulmate energy. You about to come across people that not only can you hold other people accountable, but they will also be able to hold you accountable, and y'all will still be cool after that. You know, it's not like, oh, you are causing me to look at myself and I don't like that, so because you're making me do that, then I just don't want to be around you no more. Separation. I just don't want to be around you no more. And then the backstabbing energy comes in when they get to talking about you to this person, that person, and the third. Saying things behind your back. And at that point, sometimes when it comes to you operate with someone operating like that, you can't dictate whether you are to be accepted back into somebody's life. You don't make that call. Okay? You do not make that call. All right, so let's see. We're going to get to going. What other? Because it's pretty clear here. Okay? 9 of Pentacles. Look at you. Look at you, collective. Self-sufficient. You're your own money maker. I'm hearing shake that money maker like somebody's trying to pay you. Somebody wants you to dance for them. Okay? I'm hearing, I just want to show you how much. I want to show you how much loving you is really always on my mind. And I can't help but to think about you day and night. Ooh, collective. Y'all know that song by Sir Canvas? I'm just trying to... into the canvas. What's that one movie of the dude? He was like a painter or something. I think Kelly Rowland was in it. Somebody's name could be Kelly Kales. Oh, that makes me think of that makes me think of a cousin of a past relationship. Her name was Tia, and she used to call me Kelly Kales. Oh, R.I.P. to Tia. Man. Somebody can have locks. Okay. All right, so let's see. Ooh, King of Pentacles, the Fool. Somebody finna take a risk here, collective. This is somebody who wants to settle down. They want to be loyal. They want to be a provider towards you. Okay, this is somebody, King of Pentacles, this is somebody that, they are loyal type of individual. So they want to take accountability. I do feel like that. Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing, you're my good luck charm. I got so much love for you in these arms. Ain't nobody. Ooh, the Empress. Bottom of the deck. That's so funny. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, honey. They want to give you the dineros. They want to provide for you, honey. Honey, you gonna be at the nail shop like, yes, let me get crypto gel. Let me get gem gel nail polish. She said, what was that one comedian when she was like, you got boyfriend? She was like, oh, honey. She was like, you want short nail, long nail? She was like, yeah, I'll just take short. She's like, oh, honey, you got boyfriend? She said, no. Oh, honey, that's why you don't hire him. Would you like crystal gel so it can shine like diamond in the sky? Child, you gonna be able to get the airbrush, the little gem, the Swarovski. Listen, you gonna be having a little champagne at the nail shop. This person ain't gonna be having you just at no regular nail shop, okay? Y'all finna get it. I recently just seen this one Instagram video. This one dude, he was like, when y'all go to the nail y'all should go to the nail shop with y'all girls. He was recording, and it was this one nail shop where they had like the little jelly in the foot thing. It looked like what's those little things that swell up in the water when you put it in? It looked like that. It was real jelly, and he was like mimosa vibes. He was like, pull up. He really did look like a kid in the candy store. Like, it was all pink and everything, decked out. Listen, this is whoever this person is, collective. They want to give you princess treatment because they may feel as though like they know that they did not do you. They did not treat you like the true empress that you are. You are to be courted, honey. Okay, you are to be shown nice gestures. You are to be shown love, and it's like your energy promotes that. Like it it magnetizes towards people treating you that way. You don't have to be a certain type of way or be on like this high horse of a throne of this empress to demand people to want to do these things for you. And I feel like this is what turns this person on too. Five of Wands, like they know it's a lot of people that want to get next to you. I'm hearing, excuse me, what's your name? Ooh, girl, I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby. So, I don't know. The way in which people's looking at you, they like, ooh, yes, I will put a baby in that one. For sure, I would. That's funny. But you got a lot of, what's this, Five of Wands? Three of Wands, King of Swords. Okay, somebody could have went cold on some people and it's causing them to like maybe argue, like, why I ain't heard from you? King of Swords. The King of Swords is very smart, so they know what they're doing. Like, maybe this can be these people feeling backstabbed or betrayed by this person because they ain't talking to them. They kind of cold. Three of Wands, leaving you on red, leaving you waiting. They're energetically trying to separate themselves from whoever these people that like want smoke with them. The Magician, okay, again, they know what they doing, but it's because what they manifested has came in, so they know like, hey, y'all hoes gotta be gone by tomorrow. I can't give you the same vibe that I gave you last week that I got this week. Who is Ten of Cups? Oh God, this person is like, listen, I got a relationship here. And it's emotionally fulfilling. The urgency that I had before ain't here now. Eight of Pentacles. This person is really trying to put in some work, like, to show you though. They're really trying to show you. They are really trying to show you, collective, that they want this. Like the Strength card, Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, because this person knows that you got the strength, the courage, and the willpower to do it by yourself. But they don't want you to do it by yourself, collective. They don't want you to do it by yourself. That's why y'all coming up as a king pair. I mean, a king pair. Kingpin, I'm hearing. Shit, you finna have somebody. Goddamn, they adopt that if need be, okay? But listen, y'all coming up as two, as a true pair. Ooh, wee. And they know that you are somebody precious too. The Empress, they like, yeah, like, come on, engagement ring. That's the one I'm gonna put the ring on. That's the one that's gonna help me make more healthier decisions. You know, as they become the provider, you know, they give you that sense of security and safeness for you to like really be in your sense of feminine energy, to where you ain't got to worry about like being the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, what I got to pay for, what I got to do, what I got to, you know, all of that. All right, they know that you are a strong individual and you can hold your own. Okay, I love her because she got her own. She don't need mine. She say leave mine alone. There ain't nothing that's more sexy for a girl that want but don't need me. Come on. Five of Swords. Yeah, you something to fight over, collective. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bring some jealousy and envy because the way in which you move and the certain type of partner that you're able to attract simply because of that. Okay, Two of Cups. Stop playing. Five of Swords. Everybody gonna want to fight for this type of love. Everybody's gonna wish that they had this certain type of love. So don't think that it's gonna be people that's gonna want to try to come in and cause you to backstab your partner and cause y'all to go through separations and shit like that. Like, don't think, because sometimes bitches just be jealous of the fact of how your girl got motion, how she got dreams and how she got goals, and she out here pushing, and she got a motherfucker that love her and is able to give any other motherfucker the stiff arm when it comes to her. They be mad because of that. So yeah, and it's the same on the other end. It's the same on the other end. Yo bros be knowing that you got somebody that got that listen, that got it going on, who ain't just out here entertaining everybody. Once she locked down, she locked down. We locked in. What? She probably showing you the shit that motherfuckers be sending her. Like, what? This your boy? This your mans? Nine of Cups, all right? It's about to be so emotionally fulfilling. Oh, my goodness, collective. Page of Pentacles. Okay, somebody want to give you a child, for real. Because somebody knows when you think of the Page of Pentacles, it's about lessons and learning new things and stuff like that. You, the type of person that you are. What's that one post I seen? It was like, it said, I'm liable to change your whole bloodline. Yeah, that's you. You got a certain type of energy